but I don't think there's any recent head-to-head history, especially not versus LNZ, excuse me. So that's what will make this game more interesting.
Well, it's going to be a quick one, man. Check this out. Already up connector, into Hompus, taps away for 2. Poison's able to trade this. They've got a little bit of a jungle presence from Plopsky. And we'll see if these Ts, as they come out from Palace, perhaps, at the same time as this ticket push, Config's got it back to the even 3v3, and LNZ sits tucked away in his cubby. We have Device trying to make that contact, a little bit of a slower moment here. And they've got the cover. They've got everything they need, really. With that third player back by Ticket Booth, it should be a very safe plant, assuming he doesn't get caught off guard, which he just did. LNZ gets the better of the timing. We've got that even 2v2. Blame F yet to show his face from Palace. Look at these flashbangs from Device. Double flashbang and the kit for the defuse. And you can see that hesitation from Device, not knowing where this second player is. Again, Palace ramp, both options. Confirming Config up close and personal. Device now going to get onto that bomb, at least tapping it once. Blame F's P250, not nearly enough. And there is, of course, still time. Huge retake from the Ninjas.
Some great cover there. It is a proper split with BApp's presence.
It's a stacked B site, though.
Ooh, that info. It's got the smoke down.
Plopsky, LNZ. It's the one player that is able to get outwards. Plopsky still waiting on this close contact, catches Config boosting. So that's more numbers confirmed. Blame F has his head taken off. And Poison Scout not meant for this one.
Man, you gotta know, just to point that out. Not exactly hard carrying the lineup.
Rush gets out this time. But doesn't quite gather anything for his efforts. Config will catch a kill v Hampus, and Plopsky's hot on his heels for the trade. But LNZ, he's gone unnoticed this entire time. And as Plopsky continues to draw that attention, LNZ's able to activate. Gets the kill versus Blame F, and then Poison once more, at least getting the bomb down. So a couple of bomb plants in a row, but no real winnable situation yet for Complexity, and it's not going to help that Rush kicks this off with a team kill quickly thereafter. An additional 2 frags from the Ninjas camp to force us into the 4v2.
And IP are doing so well to slow them down, and even though they're coming in with this hot pace to keep them controlled, LNZ will again have some pressure put upon him.
Great fake. Great fake, man. Look at that. A-site completely given up, and the bomb's still sitting on Palace.
Ooh.
Look at that. Blame F taking all of the attention, and now Config has to go.
There's a problem, yeah.
Rez stuck around and holds on to this. Config just down for the count. Oh, that could have been a thing of beauty.
Okay, in a low number situation like that where you try to pull off a fake.
Now Rush trying to get himself off of -1 at the moment. Zero-sum game. Does get up to the top of connector. Now Rush throws his smoke. That one's going to block off jungle. This could be their entry. But Plopsky's attacking from the back, where Config will catch him. A 3v3, and look at this. Blame F right through the window. Tags up the second, and LNZ's gone down. But maybe Device is here for the clutch. He's got that player close. And remember, this is not the best of buys for Complexity. Device can't handle it, and we've got the T's on the scoreboard.
But you might have a super good highlight from one. But now people are winning the round more and more often.
Blame catching Rez on stairs. See the potential of that Deagle, you know. It was meant to be the sniper of the pistols. Turns out it's a shotgun as well.
Yeah.
And Hompus is in a good spot to use it. LNZ trying to get that accuracy reset, but keep your eyes on the radar because we've got this ramp flank. And if Device times this properly, if Hompus draws the attention away, then there's the first one, right into the head of JKS, taking down Rush. Device looking for his third kill in the 1v1, and he's back up onto the AK, has Blame in the open, but can't quite connect. And yet again, Complexity.
Where they normally execute does go to B a lot. The CTs are starting to lean.
Yeah, Rush starts sprinting in.
He didn't clear that.
No, sir.
Wait, what?
Oh my God, Plopsky. Now he's in this huge position, gets himself all 3! Up close and personal, Plopsky takes him, and the clutch is his to be had. All he needs is a shot on Poison. He goes for the peek, and Poison through the wall!
Or someone coming up through stairs or something like that. Just stay nice and close to them, and you get rewarded with opportunities like that.
CZ as well. Here for the ramp push, Plopsky connecting one Device, and LNZ in the 2v3. You just need that one headshot.
Yeah.
Smash the watermelons.
That would be the Deagle commercial. You're always one headshot away.
Yeah. It's very romanticized. LNZ walking up here. Config's holding him in all. Oh, phew, that's what I'm talking about. Flashbang over the top. That trajectory tells him. And had he dropped poison, it would have been the 1v1v the planter. But as you said, that's how we get to 5-5.
And now Config will take heed. He sees one move to triple as well. This is huge for Complexity, but oh my god, he'll even find Device.
Now Rez feels so isolated, but is still able to get the better of JKS and a second even as he crossed over. You'd think Config had him locked in, and suddenly that bomb does not want to exit. Not at all. With this hard rotate from the Ninjas, Hampus has his back soon to be exposed to Blame F in the connector on the box. This fight. Unfortunate. Rez back at it, gets the better of Poison, and it's a sweep here. All too easy for Rez. 3 kills on the round. He fades. Oh, and he had his chance. But Device will best him. Now Blame has moved from Palace back around ramp. That's where he gets the next kill. Trying to unravel this site. They know Device is within it. I mean, hell, they've got no money. Still 2 guns to save. All 3 CTs here, locking them in. Any
way out of this box?
Yeah, getting Device off site.
They're just hoping for a mistake here. I don't know if we spot a barrel.
That could have been it. The other CTs giving JKS a bit of room. And it's low health for Device. Oh, it's just Device on triple. Oh, JKS comes out from Palace and just bleeds him dry. It's kind of what you come to expect. Oh my god, he does it again.
And then Config to Device in the window.
Yep,
key opening kills there.
Yep, key opening kills. So a limitation for Hampus MP9. 25 health combined for the 2 damage CTs.
Get out your Ferrari.
Flies in off of the flashbang, doubles up on them, and we have a man advantage for the Ninjas. But it's not that big of an advantage because the health is so low on 75% of this CT team. The bomb, however, is in their possession. So if we're talking odds, that definitely slides it back, but Config slides it in, just walks around the side of bench, gets his double kill, and leaves Plopsky to be caught by Blame F. You'd think that is it. An end to it. Complexity will win this first half. Little shoulder Jimmy. Jimmy ain't playing games. Device right to the top of middle. Poison just kind of letting them do as they please.
You guys got that right.
And JKS will find his ramp kill. He's just confident. Like, you guys got it. That's what you need. Confidence in your teammates. And confidence from Rush as he extends out B apps.
Where did
Complexity
it all go wrong?
close the T half. They were down 0-5. And finish this with 9. But I do love a good Config CT side on Mirage. So nice deep flash. Oh, Hampus! He just can't handle it. JKS over towards Ticket at bat versus Device. Bombs back behind the triple. They could get themselves the...
No plant.
Nope. Nope, they can't. Blame F somehow drops that bomb carrier, and we are in the 2v2 where Rez has succeeded with the P250 to close out.
Do you know all about this MAC-10?
You mean the Stalker?
Oh, the Stalker, okay.
It's vibrant. And Rush. Well, oh man, he's compromised, but still able to get the better of Rez.
Oh,
Hampus onto the scoreboard. These Deagles again, though, man. This is that range of lethality. But at range, Hampus is more lethal. His Galil sings from Catwalk, and they've now pushed all of the CTs who were near the site back into the marketplace. The retake is on.
you know what it is on the CT side. You're always tempted by the idea to take the guns in the next round, but they're also so close to maybe getting this.
Just gotta knock it in.
Oh.
Just like that. 90 damage versus Blame F, but he still comes out with a kill, and Hampus hits the dirt. Device back by the van. A frag grenade at his feet takes him to 21, and JKS hones in like a missile.
I mean, he's very forgiving for the T's, but Complexity will do a lot with the confidence. Config, another opening here.
Yeah, you've made a grave error. You gave Config an AK early.
Yeah.
And Rush, dude, he's gonna get hard cleared. Plopsky, oh, Plopsky gets the better of him back on bench. That's a gun handed over, but Blame F able to maintain it. Device then reacquiring an AK-47. There's no way to stop this plant from Catwalk, but they don't take that bet. Instead, looking forward towards Market Door. Everybody from Complexity yet again over towards Market. And you can see this hesitation from the Ninjas, thinking there has to be someone somewhere else. That is not the case again. Rez just looked away, but he still sees the shoulder of blame. They are wide. And Device, well, doesn't peek, just holds it back from bench, and Rez hits the head to give Ninjas their 8th. Their force buy wins right back. One of the most profitable things you could have ever spent money on.
They skyscraper above.
Imagine if you missed that 25-cent price tag.
It's at least 30-40% above Bitcoin.
Pistols coming in from Poison. That's something. Hey, yo, that's that AK. Getting itself into the mix. So Rez is like, listen, we've got the A site. We'll take what we can get while our teammates die, and then stave off any sort of a retake attempt. It'll definitely help that Plopsky's gone this deep. You can see Blame F just focusing in on jungle. Config missed his window jump. Oh, Rush. That's huge, man. Ninjas, they felt comfortable because they had Plopsky deep. Now, eventually, Rez, he'll be compromised from Ticket Booth, and Blame F hits another headshot, but the question is, where is LNZ? The young kid on the block looking for the clutch, but he is held back by these pesky CTs.
They don't have time.
Rush, a late defuse attempt? It's going to be close.
They gotta surely have to run from this.
Super
Does he grab
close.
it? Oh my gosh, I thought he didn't even have to. Oh, I'm sorry. Some really hard lurks, aggressive lurks.
That's an audio cue, dude. JKS, they know you're there.
Yeah, but he knows they know. Yeah.
But now they know he knows he knows. And hey, he turns around, Rez walks out like it's nobody's business. Poison trapped in triple, dropped at the hands of Plopsky. We're left in the 2v2, and Rush dives behind stairs as Plopsky pushes through towards Ticket. And yet Config still succeeds. LNZ can't clutch this one because Rush comes over top.
Oof. This one came down to a couple 50-50s.
Rush. Oh, man. Oh, playing with fire. Just crouched underneath the line of sight. Poison eats the flashbang. JKS now primed and ready. Rez, not so much. Another bit of good damage off of the grenade. The flash blinded both, and that's why Blame and Poison commit to this. Yes, they lose JKS, but so be it. They've held on to their bomb site, they've got the bomb in possession, and they've pushed Hampus into the 1 versus 4. With the Opera on the cross and Blame F on top of him, we've got Complexity with a 3-round lead and 3 away from closing their map pick.
Yeah.
Poison looking through this window gap. Oh, gets tagged up low, but here comes Config again. Just swinging that AK. A second kill. Config nearly connecting for a 3rd, but Hampus will get the better of him. That's still 245 damage coming out of Config.
And it was the defaults towards mid control that were winning rounds for NIP, or winning rounds for Complexity in the first half. NIP can't bring that same level of pizzazz to their T side, though. They're losing a lot of the opening duels, trying to approach on the defaults.
Deep off angle from Blame F. Poison creeps right into Plopsky. Now you kill a player deep ramp, you get traded from there. They know where he is.
This game is all but over at this point. It's going to take one hell of a strat here from Hampus.
I never thought I'd see the day. Config on an A1S. Rez. Oh, he's so close to death. Singles. Oh! Config
hunted down.
Top boxes.
That was battleships right there.
Connects.
Yeah.
Ninjas just can't get anything going. We'll see if they can explode into this A-site, bomb in tow towards connector. JKS not challenged whatsoever. Easy headshot v Plopsky, but there are 3 Ts on him, and JKS just trying to commit into the corner. Blame F with a nice deep angle, getting the better of Hampus, and it's all on LNZ, but it's not meant to be. Complexity taking Mirage and pushing this.
Interview ended. Hey, what are you guys calling this part of the map that looks like the donut? And he said it was Totem. More on that second.
Config back. Over towards V1. Blame F. By the spam wall, and it's finally an answer back. Oh, yes. Another one. No, the Gush comes back the other direction. It's Hampus in the clutch. A 1v4 and in need of an ace. Now, he could walk away from this B site, but his only option was to head towards construction. Instead, the flank from JKS will hit him in the back. And here's Config from V1, the first V-shaped corner.
First or second view, yeah.
We've seen many flavors of Ancient already. Config back by V2. dies to LNZ. And Rush moving through the caves. Here's that bomb plant confirmed. So a little bit of money here for the Ninjas force buy. Hampus holding back lane.
They're slow on the retake, waiting out the smoke. Flash comes in.
Rush has actually managed to get back into the bomb site as the T's moved around through caves. Look at that. They can't commit. They call off the retake. Ninjas force buying towards the B site.
I don't know, really wanted to respect that smoke more than anything else, so I guess that piece of utility really won this round, actually, for NIP. So yeah, the site take is effective. This pillar inside the B site was key for Gambit. Mid control again here for Blame F, and we're kind of subverting the attack via mid very quick here to flank Plopsky. And not only do they know nothing's mid, they know nothing's B.
JKS behind the big box, and he cuts down Hampus first and foremost. Now we've got Rez inside the smoke, assisting Device in that kill. CT spawn smoked off, and Rez, he's going to play green. But Poison, he drops the bomb plant, and there's the trade rate back from Rez. Config coming in from Totem. Deagle in hand in the 2v2, but both these T's are low, so despite their better weapons, they are on the brink of death, and Rez, up close, gets the head of Config, only to die back the other way. This is a close back. Gonna set up shop a little bit closer. This little construction shelf gives you safety to the fire. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. The damage connects.
That counts for something. They get away, but they're hurt. They're hurt, dog. Rush is here inside of the caves looking for that, maybe a re-aggression. MP9 can't be, stronger in any other position, but he still loses the duel out to Rez. JKS with Poison, full HP. And JKS still in mid means that, Poison can kind of swing around him. This helps out with the rotation for Poison if they want to go and overstack, but they're still limited on data right now. And something a lot of the teams have been doing on T side is sitting around, waiting on the B slope, pressurizing this point of contact and then punishing any pushes, and this is where Poison could potentially lose or win a duel, but Hampus from behind covers him perfectly. Look at the HP on NIP. They have in total, I think, less than JKS does, but you can just see by the minimap, it's just so friendly. Once you get through mid, you can see all the way to the back calls on B. Looks like an archaeological site, but there are no actually fossils there, unfortunately.
Deagle shots, though. Blame F coming from Red Room into Candles. Gets the kill versus Hampus.
We went over this.
Dude,
we tried to, yeah. Okay.
Let's see. That's a second AK offered over to Complexity. JKS on V2. Doesn't have a crossfire, but does have Rush behind the pillar. And Poison, look at this, up close. If Rush wasn't there for the frag, well, the second Deagle would have been. And JKS with 2 kills to close as the Ninjas fall short. This was a solo AK round from Complexity.
Where people are supposed to molly when they come into B. Gambit were using that over and over again. GPU kept missing their molly. And that's going to happen a lot in situations like this.
Dude, they line up.
Cut off at the pass. And that's a huge value, of course, of being in this area for the CT side.
Second man basically jumped into the headshot.
This strengthens mid so much.
Config coming at it. 3 kills. Has to go for the reload. Falls back. 8 shots. 4 kills for Config. And Poison locks down mid.
Damn. What's going to be the Olaf smoke of this map is the big question, right? What's going to be the Mirage top mid smoke that gets you mid control every time?
This molly's huge.
Yeah.
That molly forces them forward or back. And in this case, it just feeds them. Blame F with the fadeaway AK spray. 5v2 against the anti-eco. JKS now behind triple. And he's about to just edge it out, you'd think. LNZ with the Glock may have gotten a kill, but they know he doesn't have bomb, and therefore he has no chance. Poison from Totem closes. Complexity take their 5th.
Obviously, there's moments here where Blame F can get caught going for this push as he's turning his back towards mid, but there's basically never been a situation where NIP have forcibly come out mid or put a lot of pressure that way.
They push into caves and Config inside the smoke. Oh, Plopsky. Plopsky gives him the headshot, presents it on a silver platter, and Config splatters a second in res, but Rush now called towards caves. He's got Poison towards V1. Deep Incendiary is going to keep control of ramp in the hands of Complexity. A flash over top and a challenge inbound, it seems. Rush now tucked in the spam. Poison using that totem for cover, and look at this. Rush, 2 kills. As they tried to challenge through smoke, he was not falling for it.
Complexity would just give him a peek that they weren't expecting. Oh, the double up in caves again?
Dude, Config's just tearing him up.
This is a thing that also goes beyond strategy a little bit. Config is relatively unkillable right now.
Dude, he's taking everything he had on Mirage and translating it into Ancient. Oh, man.
Wow. I mean, he barely showed up on Rez's screen.
Rush, though, he tries to fall off of Pillar and gets caught by Device, who doubles down on this B site. BlameF peeking from back lane. Oh, Device recovers from the smoke, and he is on for the ace. Poison pushing through the smoke. Device,
no way.
Look at this, he gets caught, opts out, and Poison now down. So it's on to JKS to clutch, coming in from Shelf. It's being held by Hampus. Right there. I said it was being held, but instead he offers a chance here for JKS. We've got a smoke kit, incendiary, everything he needs to get the better of LNZ. These are the sorts of clutches that the young kid needs to close. And JKS crossing over is snapped back by the AK headshot, dying from Ivy and giving Ninjas their 4th round win. 2 players have surpassed him, now a 3rd. We've got LNZ playing outside by bushes. That's where you throw that smoke from.
Are they going to clear him?
If they don't check this corner, this is a prime example of needing to check every corner on Ancient. JKS with 2.5 frags because they weren't thorough enough. And maybe that argues to the inconsistencies of their A presence. This has not been an often move from Ninjas. They come here for like the 2nd time maybe, and it just falls flat.
Double Molotovs here, and again, this opens up lines to get just this pincer move
and here
on
comes
Cave. Another spray down. They are getting stuffed at the goal line every single time.
Oh, he's 19 HP with Device on the other side of this. Some rounds we see Ninjas throw that Molotov towards the top mid shelf so that BlameF can't do exactly that. Config caught by Device, who whips this around and almost opens things back up, but instead it's Poison and Rush to close down the 14th round, double digits secured, but never on a gun round. Have we seen these kinds of A splits?
They didn't use mid at all this game. Yeah, that's so true.
This looks like it's Complexity's pick. Rush from V1, tucks into cover with Config over on Pillar, and it is nothing but a shooting gallery. Config closes with a collateral, chews out the jugular, and the Juggernaut has Nip on the ropes at the end of this first half.
And bang their head into a wall in that regard.
Well, I'm very excited to... Oh, this corner right there. That right there. That shadow advantage brought to you by Rushly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That corner, that box, you stay tucked, and you're going to see that creep every single time. So sick that they leave a player to lock in that position. And I mean, Complexity, talk about locked in. This seems to be an unwavering post plant.
They went over everything.
Everything is ironed out.
They've even got a loose piece, like 3 extra here.
They see some players coming up from Ivy. JKS clears Rez from V1, and he's got himself a 2nd.
A little haircut.
How? How does he hit that?
Wow. Oh yeah.
Man's curving bullet.
A couple more. My brain decided to look at this like train. Yeah, I wanted to go as far as calling this Ivy an Old Bomb just because there's been some comparisons to other maps. Of course, Old Bomb, I think that's just too boomery at this point. I mean, for train it made sense, but... And now they can come through with an actual exec into the site.
Smoke off the Vs.
And nice entry pathing right here with the Molotov to help them out.
Clear the corner.
Yep.
Perfect.
Oh, man.
Pre-fire. Plopsky gets the deagle. Rush now has control of the caves.
This is everything NIP wanted to be.
Plopsky tucked V2.
I'd really like to, I'd love to ask them actually, why did they not think about
That's a nice retake smoke.
late mids at all?
Retake smoke comes in, falls on caves, completely counters out Rush. Another smoke grenade over towards ramp, and a couple of kills could make this doable. BlameF over the top of this smoke, desperate for some spam damage. We've got a player on top of the bomb, 5 seconds left for this defuse. Rush is gonna have to chew through 4 bodies, but he can't. And that retake connects from the Ninjas. Beautiful utility on the retake.
Okay.
Pistols back here towards A. Once that's spammable, I feel like that bomb plant could have been somewhere else. Rush could have spammed into it, etc., etc. Rez here. Oh, Rez! 4 kills, 3 headshots, snappy little clip here from Rez playing behind triple box, and the Ninjas will take their 6th. Yes, it's just versus pistols, but try and tell me that wasn't crisp.
Yeah, it was nice. And this off angle used from both teams so far. I almost wonder if they have run into each other in practice at all. And we've got a much different spread from NIP. They don't have 2 players late here. Instead, we've got totem control from Hampus, and I think this is so big for the CT side. This box can also be incredibly powerful.
Massive.
But they're still now going to look for Rez in this position. And
He's checked.
Yeah,
They come up flat. Yeah, that's the big one. If you're rush and you trust your teammates, seeing as there's 2 of them behind you to clear that, you don't have to check. Luckily, Config gets the better of it, then 3 kills, a crescendo.
Player here to defend the site. And we'll see if this line is strong enough. Device has this angle. It was deep enough. He'll eventually find the refrag for himself. Puts himself in a new position, but misses another flick.
And Config hits the headshot through the side of the wall, pushes into ruins, where Rush now resides. And we've got Blame F deep on long. 1 CT from Totem and 2 here in ruins. Rush ruins them. Lines him up, knocks him down, and suddenly now Blame F is gonna be able to hold this cross. Oh, they know exactly where Rush is at. Plopsky honing in on him, but can't quite finish the kill. A 14th round win from Complexity.
Still got his head in the game. 17-11 for him, and a hugely impactful round just now.
Rez MP9 to the face of JKS.
Made that look like a silenced M4. Did you notice that Config actually was using the M4A4 on this map in the first half?
I didn't, but I mean, that's through Candle's poison pushes. Beyond the red room, circumventing spawn and trying to challenge onto the B site alongside Rush.
Oh,
I
look
think
how nasty this gets, right? This is something you were talking about that NIP didn't do. We have this smoke go down. We have mid control. We are slowing the rotates down to a halt.
Device though, alive and kicking. 2 kills off of the B site. Blame F catches Rez. Now this opens up. Okay, this is where the map gets wild.
Well, this is kind of nuts, right? Because they had that smoke down, so LNZ doesn't know if anybody's nearby. This slows him down a little bit.
He's just gonna hold on.
This smoke will allow Config to clear this.
Marley on his feet. I mean, now they absolutely know he's in here.
What a mid-round.
It's a matter of LNZ maybe killing somebody from Ivy, but it's just that P250. Device trying to buy time. LNZ rushes the bomb, gets the kill. Now it's Config stuck inside the smoke. And LNZ, 2 frags off the pistol, gives Ninjas that little bit of hope.
Oh, he was clutching his prayer bees in that corner. Retake basically on the B site.
Big retake potential for this. And if Device gets pulled over towards the B site, now this opens up Poison for a Candles push. Rush is able to get that first headshot back lane. JKS, safe plant, and there's the lurk from Poison. That's the thing with the Candles to Red Room push. It gives you that whole back line. And it completely exposes the hold from the Ninjas, but Hampus flanks the flanker, and yet again, 3 rounds in a row, we find ourselves in the 2v2. Blame F gets called back up from ramp, catching LNZ towards V, and it all falls on Hampus. He's able to trade out the first one and the second. He needs those kills, he keeps them crisp, and sticks the defuse through. Plopsky's still trying to recover from that first half. Poor man took a beating. A brutal one. Double Molotov into the caves. He has to run forward, and he gets a kill. 2 of them. Plopsky, how do they molly 2 corners and not hold for the push?
Yeah.
Where else was he going to go?
Yeah, they just believed he wasn't there.
Yeah, completely tucked.
One's clear. I don't think Rush exposes himself by clearing this off.
And there's his swing, but they expect it.
Oh, 2 on 3 now.
Yeah, JKS connects the headshot. Plopsky still in this equation with the MP9.
Yeah.
An M4 to upgrade at his feet.
Did they forget? I mean, did they kind of forget about him here? They don't know if he's coming through B slope or if he's still in cave, but that was a name tag that should be corroborated.
I feel like because of the potential ramp hit, that's why we get this player, JKS, tucked inside of sight. He is deep in the spam and Poison, attacking from the back lines, traded out. Now it's on to JKS. He could line them up, and he basically does. A 15th round for Cole.
It was getting a little bit dicey at this point with the amount of retakes that were being won.
We've got a heavy emphasis here on the B ramp. LNZ, tough spot, dude. Loses his teammate, drops the bomb, comes back at it with a bit more damage. But again, it's going to have to be the retake. And in this one, it's dire. There's not a single kit on the play, and Config, sharp as ever, his 24th kill with potential for another double back here on the back lane. He kills his own teammate. Get out of my way. I'm closing this map. I'm closing this series, he says. And just like that, Complexity